Good morning, everyone. As you notice, we got the printer fixed finally, and we're doing song. And this is Straydog Billy, along with my daughter ERIN again today. We're going to be doing song number 1213. In 1213 days in a row, started doing one song every day on August 7th of 2020, and here we are 1213 days later, more than 3 years later now, doing another one. We're going to keep on doing one song every day until homeless dogs and cats are no longer killed, euthanized in the kill shelters across our country, because when the shelters run out of space, there's nothing else they can do. We understand that. It's just a horrible tragedy. They have to start killing, euthanizing the poor dogs and cats who have been there the longest to make room for new incoming rescues. The terrible tragedy that is going on, it can be stopped. We as a society are allowing it to happen. We've allowed it to happen for many, many years now. Over 1,000 a day now are still being killed in the shelters, in the kill shelters. Back in 2011, just a few years ago, 12 years ago, it was 7,000 per day were killed every single day in the shelters. And back in 1970, 41,000 dogs and cats were killed every single day. Terrible tragedy that was. 41,000 per day is the average. 15 million that year. Terrible tragedy that this is going on. We can stop it. How do we stop it? Spay and neuter our pets. And that's what's been going on all these years now. We've got it down now to 1,000 a day, but let's get it down to 0. Spay and neuter our pets, everybody, and this will stop. We will stop having to kill these precious, wonderful animals just because they shouldn't have been conceived in the first place. That's what we've got to stop, is conception, as I said. And we're only talking about the dog and cat world, no other species. Just let's take care of it in the dog and cat world. We can do that. We know how to do it. We're doing it. We're getting closer and closer all the time. Good morning, ERIN. Okay, today we're going to do John Prine's Speed of the Sound of Loneliness. And here we go. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, 3, 4. You come home late, you come home early. Come home straight, come home curly. Now you don't come home at all. When the world come over you, what in heaven they have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. On the run. please everybody, spay and neuter your pets, adopt from an animal shelter. Let's try to save as many of these precious lives as we can before they are killed. So let's do those two things, and also please check out our no-kill dog shelter, Straydog at straydog.org. ERIN's mom and I started that shelter back in 1994, became a Texas nonprofit corporation in 97. That led to applying for and receiving from the IRS in 1998 501c3 tax exempt status. We still have our 501c3 today, still going strong as Straydog, now being led by my second wife, Juana Vasquez Arnold, who had worked for Pat in the earlier years. And after Pat passed on, we got hold of Juana, and she came back, and she's been running the shelter ever since. And so we're in good hands at Straydog. And so please make a donation to our shelter if you could, because it costs a lot of money to run a no-kill dog shelter. We have 160 dogs right now, and about give or take a few. What do we got here?
Well, the first thing that's our most, don't you think the most expensive thing is the complete medical care?
Of course, that's, yes, yeah. Yeah, and we do that, and we get a 25% discount from from Athens veterinary medical clinic, so that that's really good. So they help us out a lot with that. And what else we have?
We do adoption days every week.
Yes, take a whole van load of dogs up to Dallas, and we have some volunteers that help us in all adoption days. We still have to send at least one, the driver, and maybe another helper to employees. And so it's still expensive to do this trip every week, but we're trying to adopt out as many as we can so that we can take in more dogs. And what else we have?
Well, 2 nutritious meals daily, at least 2. Some get third meals if they're skinny, and recovering from things.
Right, and if they don't eat their meals too, they go back later. They save the bowls and then go back and try to feed them later. Yeah. And sometimes they hand feed them.
Well, that's when they get old. The crew. You have to be real.
Yeah.
Well, just like a family pet. Yeah.
Yes, and we do also some.
Well, part-time walks daily. Those are.
Right, we
really
have 2 big parks. Pat Arnold built the first one in '97, and they're huge, as you'll see if you check out this video. I'm going to point out in a minute. And so that the dogs all love going to the park every day. And what else?
Well, a lot of the dogs are outside with their shelters and the boards over them, but they have large kennel areas, and those kennel areas, the outside part needs to be cleaned every day, and then twice after their meals, right, Dan?
Yes, and fill in the holes as you pointed out. Right, they always are digging, so you got that to do. And then we do
caregiving rounds.
Yeah, the dogs just love the caregiving rounds too. They love the park walks, the caregiving rounds, and they love their meals, of course. And the caregiving rounds, that the caregivers go into each and every kennel and sit with the dogs for 10 or 15 minutes and rub their bellies and play ball with the ones who love to play ball. Some dogs, of course, as you know, don't like to play balls, but they all look forward to that. And
then the final thing we have written here is 24/7 coverage.
Yeah, so there's somebody on duty all the time at Straydog, because you never know what's going to happen in the middle of the night. If once in a while, not very often, but once in a while you have an escape, or some animal comes into the area, and so you got to have. We have to have somebody. And when Pat was running the shelter for the 8 years that she was running the shelter before she passed on, a brain aneurysm while she was out taking care of the dogs one day, she used to have to get up and go, and because I was working in Dallas and stayed with my dad for those first years in the 90s, and then came home on weekend with bringing the dog food and so forth.
Mom slept with her shoes on, didn't
yes,
she?
Yeah. She had to sleep with her shoes on because you had to be ready to jump up and her tennis shoes on. Yeah. So anyway, so.
Adopt from a shelter, spay and neuter.
Yeah.
And shut off the camera.
And shut off the. Oh yeah, we'll be back again then tomorrow with another song from Straydog Billy and ERIN.